Welcome to the Holz Rubber Expansion Joint Installation Training. In this segment, we will explain how to install an expansion joint correctly. When your joint is delivered on site, remove all the packaging and verify that all components are included. The joint is usually delivered with retaining rings and control rods. Inspect the joint for damage that may have occurred during shipping. Check for gouges, tears, and other damage. If you find any damage, contact the shipping company and your distributor to determine the next steps. Take special care to inspect the mating flanges for any damage. If there is any damage to the mating flange, have it repaired before installation. It is important to verify that the joint you are going to install is the correct one for the application. You should verify that the size, temperature, pressure, and media of your system is compatible with the published specifications for your expansion joint. You can visit our website or download our app for these specifications. Inspect the piping to verify that the alignment is still the same as you measured when you purchased the joint. If the piping has moved, the pipes must be realigned or a new custom engineered joint must be purchased to work properly. Verify that all your anchors are in place and that they are working properly. If any anchors are damaged, they must be replaced and the pipes realigned before the joint is installed. The expansion joint cannot be used as an anchor and should be installed as close as possible to an anchor point. Be careful when you are lifting expansion joints, making sure they are fully supported. Do not ever use the bolt holes in the joint as lifting points. It will damage or tear the bolt holes and will cause a sealing issue. If the joint is damaged, it must be replaced. The safe way to handle an expansion joint during installation is to use a strap and wrap on the outside of the expansion joint. If it is very difficult to slide the joint between the flanges, the piping may have moved since the joint was purchased and a new joint may need to be built. The joint should have a snug fit, but should not require pry bars or come-alongs to install. Alternatively, if the joint is too loose and will need to be stretched with the fasteners to meet the mating flanges, the piping may need to be modified so that the appropriate snug fit is achieved. If your joint was supplied with control rods, they must be placed in equal distance around the expansion joint and be set properly to protect the joint from excessive movement. This information is available on our website or app. The ear on each control rod must be installed on the side of the flange that is away from the expansion joint. If the control rods are mounted on top of the retaining rings, they will not perform correctly and will damage the expansion joint. Once all the mounting plates are installed, the threaded rod must be fed through the third ear in the mounting bracket. Both the inside and outside nuts need to be set to the distance recommended by Holz. This distance is important so the joint cannot compress or extend more than it is designed to. Install all the fasteners with the bolts installed toward the arch of the expansion joint. This allows the joint to move freely without the fasteners interfering with the body of the joint, where they can cause tears and gouges. Metal washers are required at all splits of retaining rings. Do not use gaskets when installing elastomeric expansion joints. The rubber face of the joint will act as its own gasket. It is important to install each fastener to the right torque setting to prevent leaks. If the bolts are too loose, the joint may leak between the pipe and the expansion joint flange. If they are too tight, they could damage the expansion joint flange by tearing the rubber and reinforcement. Please contact Holz Rubber if you are having a problem with your expansion joint sealing. When tightening the bolts during install, a cross pattern should be used in 3 passes. First, tighten the bolts to 20% of full torque, which is usually hand tight. Make sure everything is still aligned and tighten each bolt to roughly 60% of the full torque. Finally, tighten each bolt to the full 100% of the recommended torque to achieve a reliable seal. If possible, it is a good idea to go around the flange with your torque wrench to make sure that no bolts were missed during the final torque. Retighten bolts after 7 days of operation and periodically thereafter. We hope that you have found this segment educational. For more information, please visit holzrubber.com.